To KKFI, Kansas City, 90.1 FM. Hi, welcome to Suspended In Gaffa. Tonight, have lots of interesting things for you. The Sugar Cubes, Blue Angel, some Najma, some Sheila Chandra, Happy Rhodes, Liz Story, Basha, a bunch of different things. So I'm not going to talk very much tonight. And, whoa, there went Kate. Hi. Coming up next is a few new artists, or at least they're new to me, so they're probably new to you, too. I don't know anything about any of them, but they probably have been around for a while, and I'm just now finding out. I don't know. The first person you'll hear is Happy Rhodes. So, listen up and be surprised. Oh, wasn't that pretty? That was Would That I Could, and that was an artist named Happy Rhodes. She's from New York, and she sounds an awful lot like Kate Bush, doesn't she? Before that, you heard a group called Dark Arts, and I know absolutely nothing about them. I know absolutely nothing about Happy Rhodes, and I couldn't play Ann Pigal because I left the tape at home, so sorry about that. That's why you got 2 songs by Happy and 2 songs by Dark Arts. The songs by Dark Arts were Rivers and Skins, and then started off the set with Happy Rhodes and a song called Don't Want to Hear It. And I thought I was going to get all kinds of calls saying, is that a new Kate Bush or what? But I didn't get any. Well, I got one call, but it was about something completely different. So, okay, I guess. That was from Happy Rhodes' album Ecto, and she's... I don't know who she is. I have no idea. Has anybody out there ever heard of Happy Rhodes or Dark Arts? If you do and you have any information on them, let me know so I can pass it along. I don't know why I'm crying. Am I suspended in Gaffa? Can have it all. Hi, welcome to Suspended in Gaffa. Have you ever wanted to be in 2 places at once and you're not anywhere at all? That's how I feel tonight. I really love you guys. I really do, and I really love doing this show. But I also really, really, really wish I was at London's right now, right this minute, because my favorite actor, Harry Dean Stanton, is there. So if you're not listening to this show because you're at London's seeing Harry Dean Stanton, I forgive you, and I envy you. If you hear this and remember, oh yeah, Harry Dean Stanton, and you turn me off and go down to London's, I forgive you and I envy you. But those of you who stay with me will hear a lot of good music. And what we're going to do tonight is a lot of requests. A big chunk of the show actually is requests. I've got Kate Rarities set for Nick and Carolyn in Leavenworth. And it's B-sides and things that are hard to find, unavailable. And also you're going to hear new Susie, new Cocteau Twins, Enya, the Bulgarian chorus, that's a request. Carla Bley, that's a request. Diamanda Gallus, that's a request from John Eric, and some other things. Throwing Muses, Joan Armatrading, lots of different things. Happy Rhodes, heard that last week, and I got some comments on that, and I'd like to hear more, hear what you say. Ann Pigal, I'm going to hear other things. So I'm going to start out with the Kate Rarity. Next is an artist that I played last week, and her name is Happy Rhodes, and that's spelled R-H-O-D-E-S. And Happy is her real name. It's her given name. It's not just a nickname. She's from Albany, New York, and she's 23 years old. This album that I have is called Ecto, E-C-T-O, and she does everything herself. All the instruments, the voices, everything was done by Happy Rhodes. There were no other musicians on the album, and she did it herself, not because she has a big ego and decided to do it herself, but because she couldn't afford to hire any other musicians. So she said it was from necessity rather than just wanting to do it. She would have rather had some other musicians, but just couldn't afford it. And this is her first. Actually, it isn't even an album. It's a cassette. And again, she doesn't have enough money to make albums, but hopefully she'll be getting a lot of fans, hopefully here in Kansas City, if I have anything to say about it, and she will start making some real vinyl-type albums. I'd love to get her to come to Kansas City. She's going to be starting a tour, and if she at all possible can come to Kansas City, she will. We'll just have to find a place for her to play. They're doing, she and her boyfriend, manager kind of person, they're doing everything themselves, booking places, and I can just see them now traveling around in their little Volkswagen Bug or something. And you wonder, how do you know all this about Happy Rhodes when last week you didn't know anything at all about her? Well, because right before I came here tonight, I spent about 20 minutes talking to Happy Rhodes. I managed to get a hold of her, and we just talked and talked and talked, and she's the nicest person. I'm knocked out. She's just and it was a real treat to find out that she's a big Kate Bush fan, and that might be evident in when you hear her voice. There was somebody out there in the audience that last week after I played her tried some of the local record stores to figure out, to try to find an album by her. And if that person is listening, I don't know who you are, but you might give me a call and I can give you some information on how to get, that's another thing I'm going to try to do, is get some of the cassettes in town here so that they can be sold for people who want them, because so many of the things I play are obscure and unavailable, and it would be nice to have something that was obscure but is now available in the stores. So I'm going to quit talking. This is Happy Rhodes, and this is a very, very beautiful song called Project 499. On October 14th and 15th, the Left Bank Gallery will present Women at the Left Bank, an exhibition of arts by women. The show encompasses photography and poetry, painting and performance pieces, sculpture, sketches, dance, and more. Culture and entertainment, conceived and created by women, offered to the community. Women at the Left Bank, 2139 Summit, top floor, 1 block north of Southwest Boulevard. Friday and Saturday nights, October 14th and 15th, from 7 to 12. That's 2139 Summit, top floor. Open to progressives of every persuasion. Before that, you heard Happy Rhodes, I'm Going Back, and that's from her album Ecto. It was from her album Rearmament, and the song was Crystal Orbs, and that was all Happy Rhodes, both the low voice and the high voice. That was all Happy. And the song was Possessed from her album Ecto. If love is a game, I win. Happy, I'm not awake, I'm not asleep. And that was from Rhodes Volume 1. The Wretches Gone Awry is the name of the song from Happy Rhodes' first album called Rhodes Volume 1. Asylum Master from Happy Rhodes' second album called Rhodes Volume 2. This is from her third tape called Rearmament, and the song is, let me see, the song is Because I Learn. When you first heard Come Here, and second, you heard The Revelation. Third, Many Nights. And the last song you heard was Under and Over the Brink. Oh, the Drears. The song I Have a Heart. And heart telling her to do things she doesn't want to do. That was from her album called Rearmament. Out from Under Me. And the lyrics to that are just great. When I first heard it, I thought it was based on a film called Man Facing Southeast, which the lyrics go very close to, but I found out that it's not about that. I won't spell anything for you. It's spelled Rhodes. I even have somebody on the phone right now that wants to know where they can get Happy Rhodes albums. And I know I have new listeners because someone called me and said they really liked Happy. The last name is spelled Rhodes, and she's a singer, musician, songwriter from Albany, New York. It's just an amazing person up there in Albany, New York, stuck away. And thanks to all those people who have bought tapes so far. That's great. You're enabling Happy and Kevin to eat. Okay, literally. Happy's working at an Italian restaurant in Albany, New York. She said I always say it Albany, but it's Albany, New York. And she's a waitress. And so everybody you go out and buy your tape, you're helping her, okay? Here she is. If you like Happy Rhodes and you want to find out where to get some Happy Rhodes, I know where to get it because there are only a couple places in town that actually have Happy Rhodes in stock. It's not one of these things that's distributed by major record companies, so you'll find it in your local music land. That's not it. Didn't hear last week from the guy who was looking for Happy Rhodes album, but maybe he's listening this week. And if you are, sir, you went to you called Seventh Heaven and went to Dirt Cheap looking for Happy Rhodes, and obviously you couldn't find it. So if you're listening and you want Happy Rhodes, you can give me a call at 842-3331. That's area code 816. And I'll tell you how to get a hold of a Happy Rhodes album, tape actually. That was from her very first album, tape. That was from her album. Actually, it's a tape, actually, from her album, which is not an album at all, it's a tape, and it's called Ecto. Also from her album, tape Ecto album, actually it's a tape. She never had enough money to make actual albums. You're listening to KKFI Kansas City 90.1 FM, and this is Suspended in Gaffa. My name is Vicki. That was Happy Rhodes, and that was 4 songs from her album called Rhodes Volume 2. I know where you can get Happy Rhodes albums, tapes. Yes, that's much better. That's the song I meant to play. That was I'll Let You Go by Happy Rhodes. And that was from Rhodes Volume 1. And Adam, I know you're going, dang, 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 because Rich has gone awry, which is the mistake that I played. It's your favorite song, sorry. But next time I'll play it fully queued up, okay? Before... That's what a song sounds like after it's been played about 50 million times. Because it's my favorite. It's my favorite Happy song. Well, it's one of my favorites. Anyway, that was Happy Rhodes. For new listeners may not know, it's spelled Rhodes, and she's from Albany, New York. Happy Rhodes. That was Don't Want to Hear It from her album. Actually, it's only a tape. Boo-hoo. Ecto. And that's from 1987. Before Happy, that was for Nick and Carolyn. Hi. And that was just how I said all there needs to be said about that. Isn't it good? Well, I'm going to do a bit of a Happy set. I'm going to get Happy. Come on and... Oh, never mind. So first you'll hear Oh, the Drears and Given In from her first album, Rhodes Volume 1. This one was I Won't Break Down. The short song right before it was called Project 499. And before that, you heard a song from her third tape, and that tape is called Rearmament. The song you heard was called The Perfect Irony. Love the lyrics to that one, very strange. And before that, you heard a song from her Volume 2 album. The song was Let Me Know Love. She's, let's see, I think last I heard, she was working in a gift shop. She used to be a waitress in an Italian restaurant, and she's not doing that anymore. She's working in a gift shop, trying to get up enough money to make another album. So these are one of these people that they don't have a record contract. They're not They're not big. They're just making wonderful music in that little corner of the earth. Happy Rhodes. I love her. And the song Asylum Master. Ecto, E-C-T-O, that was the title track from her album Ecto, which is actually only available on tape, unfortunately. Good album. Very, very excellent. Lots and lots of good songs. That was I'll Let You Go by Happy Rhodes, and that was from Rhodes Volume 1, and that was the song The Wretch Is Gone Awry. That was from her album tape, Rhodes Volume 1. And coming up next is another big favorite that I discovered about a year ago, and this artist is named Happy Rhodes. Yes, I'm going to do a Happy Rhodes set. I think she deserves it because most of these people are well known, and Happy is the only one out of any of these people that still does not have a record contract. Maybe she'll never get a record contract. Maybe she'll spend the rest of her life in Albany, New York, working at a gift shop, which is what she's doing now. And it's just a shame. Somebody so talented can not get heard. But here in Kansas City, as long as I have breath in me and as long as I'm on the air, people are going to hear what Happy Rhodes sounds like, even if she doesn't get played anywhere else in the country ever again. I know people know all this, but I always have new listeners all the time, so they need to know a little bit of background. And she didn't have enough money to hire other musicians, so she does everything, plays all the instruments, synthesizers, all the voices. Of course, she wrote the song, she produced it, put up the money to make it, and even engineered on a lot of it. So this is what you hear is pure 100% Happy Rhodes. That was wonderful, wasn't it? Yes, it was. Yes. I'm talking to someone from Wyoming, and she's in town for the evening, and she came across my show, and she's just real happy because she likes Kate and Jane, and she's very interested in Happy, too. So anytime I can turn anybody onto Happy Rhodes, it's worth it. I'll play her all the time, as much as I can. To tell you this real quick, that was Happy Rhodes, and that was the song Friend You'll Be. And if you're listening to the lyrics, you'll understand why I'm dedicating that song to John Eric and Jeff and Sherry and Stephanie, who's on the phone right now, and Granville and everybody out there, and Larry and Ed and everybody who's ever called me and said thanks for what you're doing and that you appreciate it, because it really means a lot. So that was Happy Rhodes from her album Rearmament, and it's a wonderful album. Of course, she's wonderful, and I'll keep championing her. No, never can get that word right, but I'll keep playing her until such time as I'm not on the radio anymore, ever again, anywhere. Yes, Happy Rhodes. She's not well known, but you guys know her, and I hope you like her, because I sure do. Well, I hope you enjoyed that. That was an hour plus of Happy Rhodes, R-H-O-D-E-S, Rhodes. She's a musician from Albany, New York, who does not have a record contract, may never have a record contract, but she put out 4 tapes of her music, and as long as I have a breath in me and have the means, she'll not be forgotten. And yeah, you heard selections from lots of different things. You heard songs from Ecto, from Rearmament, from Rhodes Volume 1, and from Rhodes Volume 2. Happy Rhodes from Albany, New York. Well, I don't know how many hardy souls are still out there awake, but it's been fun, and I'm glad I had this chance to do this marathon, because going away next week, going to Chicago, moving there, but I will be taping my show and sending it down. And so tune in next week. It may take a few weeks for things to get settled into some kind of a groove, but the music will not stop. Thank goodness. But it's sad to have to go to tape again, because when I was on tape before, I really liked it, and I was so terrified of going live that I just almost quit. Literally, really, I'm serious. I almost quit. I was so scared. But once I did it, it was all right. And now I'm so used to being live that I think it'll be really hard to go back to tape. It's so impersonal, And even though I make mistakes and screw up and have slight problems every now and then, especially in being articulate, I'm the kind of person I just like to play the music, listen to this, isn't this great? And nothing else matters. But we'll see how it goes, and better that than nothing at all. So I'm happy. And you've been listening to a marathon session of Happy Rhodes, and since 10 o'clock, Suspended in Gaffa, since March 13th, 1988, Suspended in Gaffa. My name is Vicki, and I'm really going to miss everybody, and I had a good time, and I think it'll be fun up in Chicago, but it's always hard to leave a place that you've become really used to. So, I don't know what to say, just that I've had fun, and thanks everybody for listening and for supporting me, supporting the music through me, and I'll keep on doing it as long as I can do it. It's important to me. Good night. Goodbye.